Hello guys, welcome back to another topic. Today is just gonna be a quick topic like everyone knows about it. I just wanna give you like a few logic of how I use it and what I'm expecting when I see this pattern play out and why we have to make them and consider them as our entry pattern, because there is sometimes where we expect maybe let's say market to extend to go to the upside, but market is not going to the upside and hold at this area. I know so many people what they understand, let's say example, when we talk about the SNR, like the SNR is something like this where market is pushing, let me make it big, where market is pushing, try to change the color, maybe blue, okay. Let's say market is going to the upside like this, then markets come down and market go to the upside. People that they trade break and retest, normally they will do what? They'll wait for market to come here and to take it to the upside, because what most of the people they believe, we need to have a decision point here, and this is why you see sometimes market get here and hold, and sometimes market trap. How do you know this area market is going to hold and market is not gonna hold this at this level? So this is something that we need to pay attention. And there is another one is like this market goes to the upside. We know already this is our support where we're expecting market to come and buy, but we get market go to the downside like this and market push up. Next minute you see markets come again to the downside there and take over. So this is also one of the pattern that I normally look. I don't look at them like the way they look fresh like this and I expect market to come and react to them. No, there is another way of me looking at them and how I have to play. It's not like because of my way, the way I want to show you guys, that is the only way you have to look in the market. But as long as you see everything is clear and everything respect like what you are looking in the market, most of the time, yeah, you're gonna take it without even asking yourself question. So my only simple logic of what I use them is this. I want to see market goes to the upside, come down, then market break with a clean break this area with a clean break. Remember, this area was what we call a supplier level. We expected the market to come and react from here so that we can get the sell position. That is what we expected. Then market break it. The only thing that is going to make this zone of mine become valid is gonna be only when market is gonna create something like this, then get here and take over. So this one is gonna be my liquidity, then I'm going to buy below this low. That is what I'm gonna use. Same apply again to this one. When the market goes like this, market did not respect this area, market break, seek for this area of demand, then goes to the upside. Sometimes you're gonna see it's just gonna get here, react, come back here, then take over. So this is how I look at it. And there is also another way where people they look, let's say example, can give example of Nora, the way she look and the way she trade this. She doesn't explain about this, the liquidity. What she wanna see is only if there is a rally, and here there have to be a base and another rally. So market has to come to the downside and take the trade. That also does work. So the only thing I'm trying to modify is when you see a liquidity like this, don't expect market to come and buy from here. Also this one, you wanna see where market is gonna give you a drop, then market has to rally, you see, because this one is a drop, then we have a base, then market rally. So market is gonna come back to this area so that we can do it. You can take your trades. This is how she look at these things. And it's also a proper logic of what you have to follow. But even the way we learn about a breaker is the same thing. So the breaker, the only logic with a breaker that become a breaker is when you have, let's say, this high, this low, markets come and break this one and break again the high. This is why they call it as a breaker, because according to the logic, this high You see this area took liquidity, and when markets come to the upside, did not respect. This is why you see sometimes there will be a block here or a block here. Then market is gonna seek for that one. The only thing is gonna make even that one valid is the same thing, just different name, liquidity. Then we take it. This is what I wanna look before I take any trade. So without this one, I'm not gonna take any trade until I see something clear of what is happening. And this pattern play a lot when it comes to gold. If you want to see them, just go to gold. You're gonna see there is a lot of them in gold. Let's say just a typical example here. We're not even gonna go anywhere far, like we try to complicate ourselves. Okay, the first thing you're gonna see, do you see this candlestick here? You see this candlestick here? If we can check this candlestick, market come and respect it, then take over. Why is this one become more valid? Why market did not seek first for the higher price? Because this one was a candlestick that ran the liquidity. You see, it ran liquidity. And according to the strategy, we understand if a candlestick that run liquidity, when market is coming, market has to come and buy from it. That is what we understand. But markets come and break. So after market break this area, normally when market break a significant level, they will trade again around it so that they can do what? They can continue with the same movement. This is what happened. This candlestick run this high, market come and break it, then market come and trade on it. This is indices. Sometimes I don't put like a tight stop loss. I will know market is like this. This is the area, but this one can kick you out. Then market goes your way. So this is why sometimes you see I put my stop loss, but I even put like maybe 5 pips or 10 pips above so that I can be safe on what I'm doing. Same scenario again. This is like what we call the simple SNR. Do you see this one? This candlestick. Markets come, manipulate it, then this one, they come and they trade inside. But how this one become more valid? It become more valid for me because I see, first we have this 3D, 1, 2, 3, and if we want, we go to another time frame, you're gonna see this part is gonna be liquidity. They run that liquidity. Even if we come here, you're gonna see this one also was liquidity because this is the first buy candlestick, the second one run the previous candlestick and close below. So we know already that is liquidity, market run liquidity. And if you come to the low time frame, you even gonna see here is the proper range. After they take out the low, they come inside the range just to take to go to the downside. Same scenario happen here again, as you can check. And if you see again, wow, they come again back. You see, because here they use, let's say they use all these candlestick. If we go to M30, this one become even a liquidity. This one to become a liquidity after they run it, and then they take over. And this one happen 9, then 10. Check the way market drop. You can see again from here. What do you see here? You see this candlestick. If we can check this candlestick, let me go to M30. So that you can see what was happening there. Can you see on M30? We have this liquidity void. They come back. We can put everything at least from here. They come back again to come and fill this one. This one is what we call a breaker. Why is the breaker? Because it's run liquidity. And they break this low because market did not respect here. After they break, they come and trade inside, then they drop again. It's so simple. Just you need to apply your logic and to understand what is happening. Remember the other one I told you guys, let me deactivate this one. Remember the other one, guys, I told you about the SNRC1 and whatever. If you check here, can you see what is happening here? Do you see this low? This is what Mansouri call, sometimes they call it QMTR, but there we are not yet there. But you can see this low. You see this low, how market come and react to it. So proper, then we come to the downside. Then this one, they run it as liquidity, then they come to the downside. So these things, happen like over and over. It only require you. Maybe when you go to gold, we're gonna see it. Gold play a lot with these things. As long as they have a low like this, you're gonna see market is gonna come and trade around it. Even if you check here again, you're gonna see this strong low. And if you want to understand where there is a strong low, you need to go to line chart. If you go more to line chart, let me use line chart here. If you come to line chart, you're gonna see this one is a strong low, so market has to come and trade inside it. This is why you see market come and trade inside it. So you more special use the line chart for you to be able to get all these points. I hope you're gonna see what is happening and why is market coming back to a certain area, and so that they can do it, they can give you all these beautiful entries. I hope it's making sense. Let me go to nasdaq. Maybe nasdaq I can explain also something there on nasdaq. Can you check on nasdaq? Nasdaq, we had this low. You see this low here. This low, this is that pattern, the one I explained about like this. Market goes up. You see, market goes up. This is the area. Then market comes, seek for the downside, goes up, return, then take over. So let me explain more about it. Let's say we have something like this. Then we know this is the low where we need to have our demand area. Market has to come and buy. Then market break. When markets come to the upside, market seek up for the order that was here. Then market drop. At the end of the day, you're going to see market is going to return again back here to come and fill this one. Then we take it again to the downside. It's so simple. It's just something you need to keep in mindset. Remember, we use our pattern with logic. If there is no logic, we stay away from the market. This is why you could see this sell here, the one that happened. As you can check, I was expecting this sell because I had my sell from here, my sell that I was holding. Then markets gets to the downside. Why? That day I was waiting for market to get at this QML. That's what I was waiting. But since we are talking about this SNRC stuff, you're gonna see this was the area, as you can check. But this one you could miss. This is why I take this, because market did not make to the body. More special, I like to use the body. Maybe if we go to M5, we're gonna see maybe that one is the body. Let's check. Yes, on M5 it's a body, because it was a support, then market break it, because we had the demand area here, as you can check. Can you see? It was a support, market break, then market has to come and create a resistance again so they can go to the downside. But what do you see about this one? Do you see how they manipulate all this zone? How they manipulate all this zone with this movement going to the upside, because we have a rally, market create a base, then market drop. What do you see here? Do you see what happened here? Market return back and trade inside here, because they come to respect this area. Market take over. I hope you're gonna see what I mean. If we go to M30, you're gonna see these things the way they're happening. So on M30 there is even another opportunity. This is why you see market come back and react again at the same area, because on M5 it was fast, because M5 react already at the same zone and market come. I know people ask me a question, how many times market has to come back to this area? I don't know how many times market has to come to this zone, but as long as they think they still orders, they will come back for it. You see, so markets come and fill that area. I can say also this one. I can say also this one with this wick, but depend on how, if you have a big capital, you can use that one. Do you see also about this low here? I hope you can see about this low. Let's say this low. What happened after they manipulate it? Markets come back. Let's check what happened on M15. Yeah, so let's see on M15. M15 did not touch to the body, but they touch on with this one, because this one was proper. Let's say this is all our zone. If we use the body, this is all our zone. They come, trades below this one. You see they break it. Then they trade like what I explained to you guys. Let's say you have your decision point. Market creates something like this, goes to the upside, break. When you have a break of this area, just expect market to do whatever it wants and get there to take again to the downside. This is what happened here, and they come back again because they create the range already, this to this, then they come to fill and go to the downside. So this is something that you need to keep to our range, like the way we understand it. And this one was a proper sell, that you could take and makes money. A proper sell. You just scalp your sell until you get, as you can check, you get inside the same zone. They trade again. Let's check what happened on M30 on that same zone. The same zone, you see, like what me I normally do. You can see here there was Eden base. Market did not respect it. This one markets come after they respect and they trade again to the upside. So now if markets come back and run this one, so this is going to be the area that I'm going to monitor to see on the coming week if I have to come and buy from here and go with it to the upside. So this is what we see on this pattern. You can see it's an easy pattern that you just have to understand and you have to implement for you to be able to do what, to take your trade. They are everywhere. There are so many, like everywhere. I know I've been using them a lot, more especially in gold. Let me show you guys in gold. Where is my gold? Let me show you guys in gold. Even if you go to GBP USD, you're gonna see this pattern is like everywhere. Even if you come here, you check this low here. Let me show you guys. If you check this low, can you see all this low? You see all this low. You're gonna see what they did before market get to the top, because this area, this is where we have our zone. We can say our zone where we're expecting to sell. But before market get here, you see what happened. First they create, because most of the time when they create this SR flip or SNR things, it's a sort of liquidity. They build first liquidity so that they can come back and run it again. Even if I don't say about liquidity, you guys understand already that this was the trend line liquidity. You know already how you know what is liquidity and how do you get your liquidity stuff. You see again here we have this area and markets come and touch this zone. Can you see? Market touch this zone. Like if we forget about this one, you're gonna see this area. It's already that come and respect this area for them to go to the downside. You know already after market break here, market is gonna trade again. This is like a quick retest for you to take a trade and get a continuation while you are waiting for this one. And market maybe sometimes is gonna give you another opportunity, then you still doubting it. So this is something that you need to keep in your mindset. You're gonna see how they are happening and how they play. They play like they are the same logic. They are the same logic. It's just that you need to understand how they're playing, where they are. And you can also check again here, this low here. Can you see this low? Market did not respect this low when they break it. Market trade to the upside, but market return back for them to continue again to the downside. So these things happen like everywhere. It's just that it require you to open your eyes and see. The moment you open your eyes, you're gonna see it like, okay, this is what I have to do. But when you are playing them, just play safe. Most special, you see like this one break, but it creates another zone. This is why you see it could not hold from here, but it's seek for this zone here above for them to go and mitigate this area so they can go again to the downside. This is the same logics on topic and other stuff. If you guys remember, I bought here. You remember I bought here, market went up, then get to the downside. So they are everywhere, guys. They are everywhere. The only thing that you need is for you to identify them, why they are, how they are playing, so that you can be able to do it to start taking trades. Because after you break all this low, check this one come, trade. Sometimes you're gonna wait for market to come to the top, but market doesn't go there. And check the way they manipulate this low, but you see this one, how it come back. So this is why sometimes you see me in my chart, I have all this line, because I want to see this strong low, how market is going to play around it. And you see we have an order here, all this become an adjustment. They come, then they seek for hit, market come to the downside. So if you go like anywhere, you're gonna see it. Like even here, you're gonna see this was a strong eye. This was strong eye, but they seek for order. What is the order? The order was here, and this one was what? Was an inducement, trade, and takeover. It is what it is. So it's happening like. And this one was a breaker. Why? Because it ran liquidity and market did not respect on it. They come, they trade with this one. So just back test them. You're gonna see even here, you see markets come and market take over again. This is why you see most of the people that they trade gold, most special people from Malaysia, they trade gold because they know this pattern play more on gold. Let me show you guys on gold. What is gold? This pattern play more on gold. Like you're gonna see them like everywhere. Even if you check here, do you see this side? Let me go to M30. Let me go to M30. Do you see? So this area here, sometimes they even remove the wick so that they don't see what is happening. This area already for them is area where they will take a sell position because market did not respect here. It's come back, run liquidity, then we take it over. Even here, if you remember guys, we talked me and Lakan about this area here. Do you see? This area was very strong. Why was it strong? Because we had a demand where market come and play. Then market, before it breaks, create another decision point, drop, base, drop. And this eye become what? Become a liquidity. Let me show you that this eye become a liquidity. Can you see this eye become a liquidity? They come and trade above it. There was like a 2 days where gold was just like a dead S. It was just playing until it get here. And check the way gold went to the downside. So you're gonna see this one play a lot. It play a lot inside gold. Just take gold, go back test gold. You're gonna see by yourself. You say that, hey, this is how these things is. Check even here, we have this strong low, and check what happened. Markets come and get there, touch. While some people, they are waiting for the higher price, but check where markets come and drop again to the downside. This is how it's happening. And yeah, if you go any time frame in gold, you're gonna see it. Even if we go to daily time frame, daily, H4, any time that you want, you're gonna see gold play these things. You see gold play these things strong, then they create a decision just like that. They do these things like every time. They do these things like every time. Even here, can you see? Because I remember I sold this area. This is why I still remember about this one. So gold, it's more about understanding what is SNR, because SNR do play a lot in gold. So if you can just sit and mark these SNR things, you'll see. You trade like AKFX because this is what the guy follow. He follow more a lot about these things. He follow more about support and the resistance because he understands what is happening. He understands what is happening in the market. He knows like, okay, market is already break this area. Why not taking my risk? You see. So depend on what you know and how you understand it. If I sit here just marking in gold, guys, we ain't gonna sleep here. But the idea, you get the idea of where you see the SNR, just know that market is gonna play out. Market is gonna make sure to play out. You see, even here we had another one. I know people ask me, why do you select the body and the wick there? Okay, I'm just showing you the idea. You know already. You see, first time they come, they touch this area. Then because there was all this liquidity. Remember, this is daily. Then they come for the last time to come and seek for this area. I'm sure they use maybe fair value gap, whatever it was there. Then they go. Next time they come, they run all this low. So you're gonna see, if you go like everywhere, you're gonna see these things like the way they play. Just that you need to backtest. Backtest is that one that is going to make things like working perfectly. Even if you go to H4, most special on H4, can you see here? Like when I open the chart already, I'm able to see them straight because I know how they play. This is all liquidity. Market get there and touch and drop. Even this one, you see, market touch and drop. So they are playing like everywhere where you see them. Even here, you see, market get there, fill all this block because this is a breaker. It ran this high, then market fell to hold, and market comes. So a breaker is a block that run liquidity, but market fell to hold on heat. That is what we call a breaker. So you're gonna see markets come, but when you talk about the SNR, it's just a simple one, supporting whatever it's on, whatever they call shit, whatever. Then you know what is happening. Even if you check here, what you see here, You see, hold this low and check what happened. Market create a decision point and trade here, liquid it, we trade. Then we come to downside. We haven't created the range, we fill and we go. This is what was happening. So guys, these things I know like how they play and I understand them because I know this strategy properly. I know how you can make money. If you check like this, maybe it's like 500 pips. Let us check how many pips is there. Imagine if you catch only this movement, okay, it's 200 and something. Go to the downside. If you catch this one, if you could catch this one, almost 700 pips, you see how it is. So this is how it is. It play like this, like every single day. It's just something that you need to keep in mindset. You just need to understand, okay, this is how they play. Then I'm gonna make money also. The only thing that, guys, I need for you is to understand how is the range playing. If you understand the range playing, plus you add this one, you know already, let's say if market creates a range, market creates a range like this, break this one and break this one. If market break already this one, and if you get something like here, the only thing you wanna do is to make your 50% and try to see, because market sometimes just gonna get to 50% here and take over. That is what market normally do. It's not like market is only have to seek down. No. Market doesn't always do that, because even if you check here, you're gonna see, let me put my Fibonacci from there because this is our range. You see market trade above the 50%, and here this was the decision point that was here, because I know so many people, they'll try maybe to look for the area on top, but the most important zone was this one because the liquidity was just near. So market get there where there's a liquidity, then they sell to the downside. So guys, I hope this thing is going to make sense to someone, and you are going to apply them for your own good, because if you don't apply them, it's your problem. But me, I'm trying to tell you guys whatever I use and whatever is working for me, and this is what I'm trying to show you. I don't show you guys things I don't use. I'm showing you guys things that I use. So if you check, you're gonna see that gold with SNR, there are a lot of them. So even this one can be your style of trading. Do not listen to bullshit of saying, no, support and the resistance sometimes doesn't work. No, you need to know which support and the resistance doesn't work. But there's something that you need to understand. Not everywhere you see it. Let's say like the way market is coming clean like this, and you believe market is gonna do something like that. So sharp guys, I hope you are going to enjoy the video.